After sending him to prison, Bradley Birkenfeld got paid $104 million by the government. But why? To find out, we have to go back to the start. Remember that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Jordan Belfort needs to hide money from his illegal activity? The one where he gets his friends to smuggle cash into Switzerland. Well, that really happened. They took the money to Switzerland because they have something called bank secrecy. In the 1700s, Switzerland started a tradition of bank secrecy, but in 1934 they made it law. That meant that it was illegal to tell people who a bank account belonged to. This law made it perfect for anyone looking to hide money that was made from, let's call it, ill-gotten gains. If you had dirty money, you could easily hide it in a Swiss bank account, safe in the knowledge that they legally couldn't tell anyone who the account belonged to. The only problem is how to get it there. Birkenfeld worked at the Swiss bank UBS and said that he saw clients turn up with $1 million in a suitcase. It sounds like something from a movie, but this really happened. In fact, there were special courier services to bring cash into Switzerland and deposit it into a client's bank accounts. He learned that the best banknote for this was the 1,000 Swiss franc note, each of which would be worth $11.25 today. You could literally walk around with $500,000 in your pocket. The banker said that it wasn't their job to ask where the money came from. Birkenfeld said that he even saw clients tear up receipts straight after depositing money into their accounts. Even though it isn't illegal to have a foreign bank account, US citizens do need to tell the IRS so they could pay tax on them. Uniquely, United States citizens still have to pay tax in the US even if they are living and earning abroad. So did they declare them? Well, the answer is no. 50,000 Americans eventually admitted to using the scheme, and many more probably got away with it. Bradley Birkenfeld got sick of seeing his colleagues helping Americans to evade taxes, so he started collecting evidence. He gave evidence that the Justice Department couldn't get their hands on because of the Swiss bank secrecy laws, which was their golden ticket to go after Americans evading taxes. There were thousands of American clients just at UBS, and they even sent bankers over to the US to recruit new clients. They targeted families with inherited wealth, entrepreneurs that had sold their businesses, and doctors, lawyers, and architects. To attract billionaires, the bank put on events like yacht shows, live music, and art shows. According to someone who attended their events, they always wanted to make them stand out. One attendee remembered that at one party there were 2 women for every man. Every banker had a sheet of paper showing their performance. They were ranked on a list that they saw every day to make them compete to be the highest earner. That meant putting in as much effort as possible to build relationships with billionaires and tempt them to get an account with UBS bankers. They were given special laptops that could digitally self-destruct at the push of a button. If they were caught in a compromising position, the banker could tap X twice and it would wipe the whole laptop. Not only this, but they were encouraged to never take any sensitive documents with them through customs and always told to mail them separately. They weren't supposed to keep clients' names on electronic devices either. All of this started to make them feel uneasy, and some even realized that they may be breaking the law. Even though Birkenfeld's actions led to 50,000 tax evaders paying $7 billion in fines, the Department of Justice actually arrested Birkenfeld himself. They believed that he was lying about his part in the account management of a rich property developer who was one of his first clients, so he was sent to prison for 2.5 years. He claims that only one of the 30 people that he reported to the US government was ever named and charged. But things started to turn around for him just 5 weeks after getting out of federal prison. Birkenfeld's lawyer handed him a check. It was for $104 million. This was his reward for whistleblowing. He went from a convicted felon to multimillionaire overnight. The number plate on his Porsche was "You and Us," the motto of his ex-employer, UBS.
Pay homage to my old employer, UBS.
That's UBS's marketing slogan on your car.
This story truly is worthy of being a Hollywood movie, and the story didn't end there. In a strange twist, his lawyers argued that he was entitled to more, a lot more. The IRS usually rewarded whistleblowers with between 15 and 30% of the total amount of money recovered, so if they used the amount of $7 billion that was collected as a result of his actions, his lawyers argued that he was owed over $1 billion.